It's good to see you, bro. I was trying to say that. I was trying to say we done seen each other more times than not.
Right. Last time I seen you was it DC?
DC,
I was
that's
friends
JJ
DC.
recording.
Yeah. My God, it's been a good time.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, Stephen Hurd here.
You definitely didn't tell us that we were live.
He said we were about to go, but
I sure did. I even counted down.
You did not sound the alarm. You didn't.
I did count down.
What's wild is he just pointed at. Oh, you introduce yourself. No, we don't even get an introduction.
No. I was pointing to producer Brandon.
Oh my gosh! What's up, y'all? We back. We back. One more time. I told you that we would be back, and happy Friday. Hope y'all had a good time. I know some of y'all probably driving home from work and are in rush hour. What better time to be in rush hour than with these amazing three men of God? We're the three wise men on tonight, and we come to tell you all about Jesus Christ. I have to.
You don't see it in his face. He's about to clown. I don't know what side he's on your screen, but he's about to clown. And see, what people don't know is Pastor Stephen Hurd is literally like he's a silent killer.
He got behavioral issues when he was in school, no doubt.
Definitely went to ISS a couple times.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you this. To be honest, my mother lived in school. But it wasn't the big deal until the day my dad showed up in the 5th grade Mrs. Smith class. I'm cutting a whole fool, and I look in the window of the door, and he's looking at me.
Ooh.
I couldn't breathe.
Ooh, that's good.
I didn't know what to say.
Did you get a crock pot whooping?
The door opened. Mr. Fitzmaurice was there. Said, "Mr. Smith, I'll see Stephen now." And I said, "No, okay." My dad squeaks through the rounds of the door and said, "Bring your butt out here." And of course, the class goes, "Ooh."
Ooh, and you got a whooping in school.
Mr. Fitzmaurice said, "I have a classroom if you need it." I said, "He don't need a classroom."
Wait, the teacher offered a classroom for you to get a whooping?
Right. And they weren't whooping people then, but he knew that my dad was a construction foreman, and for him to leave his job, my school, it was judgment.
He was coming up there to whip some butt.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
I never got whipped in school.
She wasn't coming.
I never got whipped in school. I was rough in behavior. I was the class clown. I had to have the last laugh, and that was my problem, admittedly.
Yeah.
And my mom did smack me in front of the principal.
That part
in the office.
My dad did that from Mr. Fitzmaurice, but the foul cabinet was right here, so I got slapped into the foul cabinet.
I got smacked in front of my 5th grade teacher, and I think that she subtly enjoyed that because she turned around once it happened, but then everybody asked me, "Did you get smacked?" I said, "No, I had dropped my spelling book."
I'm telling you, my spelling book.
I'm telling you, I could not bear the embarrassment of getting a whooping at school. I would never ever allow it. I would run.
I wouldn't allow it. What is that?
I don't think you really have a choice, but the fact that you would have rather gone to the office, I get it.
That's what I'm saying. I knew my limit. I knew when the limit was like reached, stop. Because if A.G. Macklin is leaving the church to come whoop your butt, he's going to get you in front of everybody as soon as the bell rings. He's going to purposely wait for classes to switch over, and he's going to be in the main hallway. I'm telling you, my dad was a smart man. Is a smart man. I'm saying was in the past tense. He is a smart man, and he would have whooped me in front of everybody. So I knew I did not want that.
Not a timely whooping.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He was. Yeah. Well, we're here, y'all, and we've given you time to get in the building with us, y'all. We're here with Will Johnson.
Jesus Christ.
The incomparable.
The iconic.
The iconic.
You
The
you can
legendary.
you can compare me to anybody.
The prophetic.
Not so much.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Childish. The voice notes that I get are the absolute worst. And all of them are always, I don't know if he's done this to you, but I'm pretty sure he has. Everything is always in the Holy Ghost.
In the Holy, listen, if you're going to function under the unction. You can use
Where'd you
that.
steal that from? That's good.
Listen, is really
I'm
good.
walking with him. I'm walking with him
I'm putting that on a t-shirt.
in the cool of the day.
Function.
That is the something.
Function under the unction.
Yeah, not in the gym and flexing and doing all this other postpartum syndrome.
You're gonna see that.
Saved. The church is out of shape. And that's why I'm showing
Not
me.
your church, beloved.
That's why we don't shout no more.
Your
Hello?
church.
Out for 5 seconds.
Hello? Don't nobody want to move because they scared, out of breath. Out of breath before you get started. Church is out of shape.
Listen, y'all, we are here less than a week away from Songs from the Sanctuary, and I am like a kid in the candy store excited. I have the incredible honor to have with me, I call him a young entrepreneur genius. Will Robinson is going to be with us next week. Isn't that horrible? Will Johnson is with us.
Right there. It's right there.
Right. Will Johnson is with us, and we are excited. Will Johnson is just cutting edge on choir rehearsals, bringing people together, rallying them together, and making them feel the joy and the presence of the Lord. And I have fallen in love with this dude. I think that what he is doing is absolutely ingenious. I think it's also a clarion call to bring attention to choirs in the African American churches that is trying to be sifted out through the power of Beelzebub. And he is bringing the fire. And I love this dude. And he said yes to coming to be a part of my recording. Will Johnson.
Hey, I'm super duper. That is terrible. You know what? I just know that next week is going to be very, very mental. And I want everybody whole and healed. I'm excited to be this. Let me just tell the truth. I don't really like doing these things. For anybody in the future that ever invites me to do these, I really despise doing lives. Like, I don't like doing them, especially like lives with people. I'm gonna tell you why. Because typically 9 times out of 10, I have to be the energy. Because everybody read comedian, so they automatically think I got to come on and be the energy. And next thing you know, I'm interviewing them on their live, and it's like you're supposed to do the interview. But this from studio in the background to going live has been absolutely funny. Like, I can do this. Like, I can do this all the time because this is my type of party. But I'm excited to be a part of this. I told you before that my uncle, man, my uncle loves you. He's still upset. And I told him last week, I said, we were with Pastor Hurd. The only reason why I know Pastor Stephen Hurd is because my uncle, my very favorite uncle, introduced me to all of your music, and we were singing it. I was playing it on the keyboard, still play it, still sing it. I still know every song. He still sings from the pulpit. That he sings the exact same song that he sang a long time ago, and it never fails. And we have no other choice but to sing with him. So, like, I'm
that's so cool. That's so cool.
I'm excited, man. Thank you for having me, and thank you for coming to us. He came to us.
Well, I had a ball.
What city did you go to, Steve?
I went to Atlanta homecoming.
Oh,
we were at choirs with friends.
With people. When I walked in, there was people everywhere, and they were from everywhere in the country.
Really?
I was just like, who thinks to do this and it becomes a thing?
I'm telling you, I had an opportunity to be a part of it.
He played.
I was in DC when we did it at DC. We were in it used to be called the ugly the something. I can't remember what it used to be called, the Ugly Mug or something crazy like that. But we were there with Will Johnson, and I remember Will said, "Y'all, just wait a minute. When it starts, it's going to be magical." And we all sitting there like musicians, like, you know, every creative says that their thing is going to be magical. You know, just every single one, I've never heard a creative say it's going to be a little shaky today. You know, so I'm expecting, it's going to be nice. We'll sing some songs and go home. I have not experienced something so creative and out of the box for our generation in a long time, and I was blown away. And I've been trying to get this at my church for years, and I have never forgotten that experience of choir rehearsal with friends, and I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect, and I think it's phenomenal. And I know you always are talking about choir rehearsal with friends, but I just learned a piece of information about you. I didn't know that you started on keys, and
I didn't know you played until I saw you the other day.
Yeah, this is brand new news. This is brand new news that you can play. Like,
I play the organ. I play the drums. My favorite instrument is the organ. I play the organ. I play the drums. I play the keyboard, and on the bass guitar, I play a great one string. But I'm a beast at He's Able on the bass, on that one string. I can kill He's Able. Now you start singing other stuff, you shout, you might as well just let it go because I'm gonna shout too. But like yeah, man, my family is musical. I like to throw him under the bus and just name drop him just because he's my favorite cousin when it comes to that. But my little cousin plays for Israel Houghton, Jaden Baker. And his dad's name is Chris. Jaden Baker is my cousin. And his dad, Chris Baker, is a beast.
Just talking about Jaden yesterday.
We were just talking about him yesterday in the Holy Ghost.
Jaden Baker is my cousin. And our family line is the Frederick family. There's Minnie Baker, which is their grandmother. There is my Lily Bell Frederick, which is my grandmother. And now, we're just a whole line of Fredericks. But if you are a Frederick, you either preach, sing, play, or do all three. And I was the wild card that got all three. So, I do it all. There was no way that you could be in my family and not do anything. From childhood to adult, you got a whooping if you didn't do nothing.
So you can just do it even if you're not saved?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I grew up in the Pentecostal house that we didn't play cards. My granddaddy burned all our Uno cards. It's gambling.
I grew up in a Baptist household where we were playing spades.
They played cards. They smoked cigarettes. They did weed.
I saw my first Bud Light at a family function. I saw my first Miller Lite at a family function. I saw my first 40 at a family function.
they didn't play, man. They legit. They weren't playing with us. My granddaddy was not playing, man. He was like, y'all gonna get in here and y'all gonna learn this stuff. And we were marching in and playing since we were.
I grew up Baptist.
Are you crazy? Why would you roll up some paper?
Yo, Will, he's been using that cigarette in our meetings.
Is that one of the fake ones that you blow?
I ordered these on Amazon, and it's the most exciting foolishness I have ever had.
I can't believe, like, we were literally in a meeting, and we were working through some tough details, and Steve literally starts to do this very thing that he's doing right now.
This is ridiculous.
And I said, I knew you were Baptist. I knew you were Baptist. I knew you were Baptist.
This is ridiculous. It's ridiculously smart, though.
I knew you were Baptist.
At my office at the church, I gave all of the ministers in my suite one of these so that in a meeting where we're over it, everybody can pull one out.
I freaking love that. I think I would use that at Reformation. My pastor would be like, what are you doing? I'm not smoking.
Right.
See, when I was a kid, we got the little candy from the Good Humor.
Right.
Hello. See,
right.
I'm dating myself. I'm old. But we used to get the little cigarette candy from the Good Humor and act like we were smoking that. And Bishop Page, what up, Unc?
Bishop Page wants to know why I have a cigarette.
That's Bishop Liston Page?
Bishop
Liston Page. He used to be a friend of mine. We'll talk about that later.
And he got a song coming out, but since he's not your friend.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
Now,
Got a song coming out.
what people don't know is, of course, I told you we play, sing, and preach. I watch preacher videos all the time. Bishop Liston Page, right next to Tolan Morgan, are among those videos that I watch. I am a fan. Okay, I just fanned out. That's it. If y'all haven't done so, y'all need to share this live. I don't know what you're doing, but share the live.
Share.
I'm about to share because the folks like the
Uh-oh.
live.
I know it's about to go through the roof now, Steven.
Listen,
We're gonna sell out the recording.
Let's be a virtual evangelist and go ahead and share the live. Come on. It ain't nothing to click that share.
Will, I swear, when I was in high school, my dad used to have revivals at our church.
Mhm.
And this was like the first time that I had ever seen two preachers in one night. And my dad would bring Bishop Jimmy Woodson from North Carolina, St. James Home of Fresh Start, and Liston Page. And we would be in church till 11:35.
That's right.
let me tell you something. Liston, and I'm telling you this not because he's a friend of mine. Liston Page could preach even if he wasn't saved, because it just oozes out of him. Like he can. When I say this, he's got it for real.
He really does.
You know the scripture that says gifts and callings
Without repentance.
Yeah.
You don't care what you say. You don't care. You really don't care. I tried to tell him in the beginning.
That
if
wasn't.
Y'all don't know.
That wasn't.
Stephen Hurd. He's a silent killer.
That wasn't a compliment.
You don't care what you say. You probably used to pick up the phone and say, "My mama says she's not here." You don't care what you say.
You are really a foolish man.
Will, when we get next week, when you get in town, I promise you, the things that we're going to be laughing about and the things that Steven is going to do, I'm actually making sure that we have our BTS cameras rolling 24/7.
Please,
I'm just trying to make sure I remember words. Forget all that.
While you playing, because he asked me to sing "Watch Ye Therefore," and I forgot the words as soon as he asked me about the song.
Well, see, I didn't forget the words. I just didn't know that there was an additional verse.
There's an extra verse.
Oh yes,
Y'all not Baptist. You're not Pentecostal. You're not Baptist.
Healing waters.
I'm Pentecostal, but see, Pentecostal people made up testimony service songs. So all of the songs that y'all singing now, I don't know what you come to do. That's us. What more can he do? That's us. We made up songs on the way to church. Dead dog in the street. That's us. We made that up.
I'm telling you, Steven, I've never heard this verse in Watch Ye Therefore ever in my life. And
really?
About sons and daughters and streams and waters and flowing fountains and a partridge in a pear tree. And I'm like, Steven, what is this? And he's like, hymns. You young people don't know hymns anymore. I said, no, I know that. It's My Feet Strike Zion.
Every choir in the universe sang "I Shall Wear a Crown." Every choir in every denomination except for Presbyterian and Methodist.
Mind you, Stephen was a minister of music at a United Methodist Church. Will, I don't think you knew that.
For 10 years. For 10 years. My first minister of music job was at a Methodist church. It was the foundation, honest to God, for everything that I've learned in music ministry. Good, bad, and indifferent.
You know what? Was it just Methodist or was it AME?
No, it was United Methodist. And the pastor was United Methodist, but he grew up Pentecostal. And he could really, 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 really preach. And our church grew literally like somebody put seed juice all over it, and the church just began to grow like fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I played, my first gig was playing for, of course, I played for the Pentecostal church I grew up in, Mount Zion United Holy Church of America. But my very first independent playing gig was at we
don't use the word gig.
I'm sorry, independent playing ministry assignment.
There you go.
Gig at my independent playing assignment was at an AME church, St. Peter AME Zion Church, and in Warsaw, North Carolina. And Pastor Thompson. I believe Pastor Thompson was like Baptist and a little bit of Pentecostal. But I knew he was Baptist the day that I pulled up in Goldsboro, North Carolina with my mom in the car. And Pastor Thompson was in a blue truck. And he opened the door and he got out the truck and he had a cigarette on the side of his mouth. I said he's Baptist.
He's one of us.
That explains why you can preach.
You're about to get suspended.
If he had a go-to, he was about to come in there hollering.
He definitely had to go to like right here.
I told you. I know my people. I know my people. I know my Baptist people. These my family. I grew up with them.
I love Pastor Thompson though. He could preach. He scared me though. The first Sunday I heard him preach, because Pastor Thompson, he was real subtle. He'd talk to you just like this. He'd just be talking just like this. Hey, God, stand! I said, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Wait.
That is funny.
That's the truth. I listen. And talk about it. Out of all of the denominations, it's nothing like a good old Baptist preacher, Doc.
Yeah, Baptist preachers are great.
I went with my dad to was it Joint National Baptist or one of them, and he was having the time of his life just listening to all the Baptist preachers. And there's nothing like it. There is nothing. That's why you like Tolan. A good old Baptist good, my God. A good old.
And their church is old school.
Oh, all day.
Very much old school. Which is why I'm excited about this recording. Because it's songs from the sanctuary. I know it's going to be a lot of old school songs. And
it's a great balance.
Really?
Balance. Yep. And the purpose of this record, one of the purposes is, I believe, when I give flowers to somebody, I think they appreciate them more when they're a little bit of everything coming together. The smell is different. They look different. And I think that's important for our worship experiences, to have a little bit of everything in the experience. I don't think everything should be all of some or all of none. I think we do ourselves a disservice when we do it that way.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a night full of mixed emotions. Love it.
Yes. Exactly. It's exactly what's going to happen. It's exactly.
I'm just trying to stiffen up my body and slide on the pew. Come back.
Stephen, that was actually top tier.
That was really timely. That was great.
That was actually very top tier. Great work there, sir.
I can't wait. I'm trying to stiffen up and slide on the pew.
Well, there's no pews at First Baptist Church of Glenarden International.
There are no pews.
It's just chairs?
Oh yeah.
You got to find do it somewhere else.
But there is space to run. Now you can run in that church though.
Oh yeah, you can do runs and cartwheels.
Oh yeah. Now you're only gonna do about one lap.
Did you guys just have revival, ain't it?
We have New Year's revival every January.
Okay.
Did they? Nothing like First Baptist Church of Glenarden. If you haven't gotten your tickets, please go to Eventbrite and get your free general admission tickets to Songs from the Sanctuary live recording for Stephen Hurd, featuring the incomparable, the triple threat in the Holy Ghost.
The triple threat.
Sing, preach, play. There's nothing like it.
That is so wild.
Somebody wants to know what you're drinking.
Water. My church is on consecration. We don't.
You can't be on consecration in the gym every 2 minutes, because you'd have passed out if you were really consecrated.
See, the beautiful part is we just doing bread and sweets, and then nothing but water. Drinking nothing but water
for the whole 21 days
until February 6th. So we started on January 6th, and we're going to February 6th. It's been amazing though, man. And then being back in the gym, Darwin! Being back in the gym has been amazing too, man, because my body feels a lot better.
Excellent.
Feels a lot better. I'm sleeping a lot better too.
Now I don't have no problems going to sleep.
Please grow up. You have to watch his progression.
No, I'm trying to ignore them so we don't get caught in the
Keep going.
I'm just trying to just ease on down the road so that we don't get caught in these traps because we're on our way. It's funny you said that. My dad, our church, we didn't do our top of the year fast this year, but my dad said we're going to do the 40 days for Lent, and I am excited and both nervous because we've never done 40 days, and so giddy up, sanctuary.
That's a huge sacrifice and discipline.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it, but I'm nervous too. Yeah.
It has taken quite a bit too through consecration. It's taken quite a bit.
Yeah.
To literally just be consistent in not eating bread. Yesterday, there's a place here called Hattie B's, and it's really amazing hot chicken. When I tell you, ain't it good? Hattie B's hot chicken is amazing.
Hallelujah.
So yesterday, I tried their grilled tenders. Fire. I never knew it. Probably won't go back to fried ever again.
No.
Fire, right? Under the tenders is a piece of light bread. That bread had the right amount of grease on it. Do you know how much conviction it took to pick that bread up, walk from the kitchen to the trash can, throw it away under the unction of the Holy Ghost, and not turn into a pillar of salt by looking back?
I'm not a bread eater anyway.
What? I was upset with God.
Bread.
Why dost thou call me out of the darkness?
Bread is my Achilles heel. I will admit it. In a sandwich, oh my God. I just thought about that Hattie B's, the
Nashville hot.
That chicken sandwich and the peach cobbler. Like you don't eat cobbler.
Fire.
That's bread.
Somebody said he said light bread. Though. Yeah, I'm country. I'm sorry. I'm from North Carolina. We white bread.
God bless you. Wonder bread.
Marita.
See, now we talking.
I don't recommend people eat bread, especially white bread.
Why is that?
It just turns into sugar. White bread, sugar, milk, white ice cream, white stuff is not good for you. It's just not, especially with black people, it all turns into sugar.
Darwin said cobbler is fruit and tofu.
You're sleepy, Darwin. You're very sleepy. You're sleepy. Who thinks of it?
What?
What is that?
Fruit and tofu? I don't know how we're going to get any work done next week with Will Johnson, Stephen Hurd. And honestly, the funniest of all of us is Phil Walker. And
I haven't met him yet.
Oh
wait,
man.
is keyboard Phil Walker?
Yes,
I'm not coming.
I'm telling you, he's probably one of the funniest people I know, and I love comedians. Like, let us stand up, be on TV or Netflix or Prime, whatever. I'm watching it. Phil Walker is one of the
deranged. As anointed as he is, he's equally deranged.
Yes,
Phil is really off. Like somebody really took his batteries out and he kept going. Something's really wrong with Phil.
And he is, he's one of the co-producers for the project, and he's been working all week, so he has not been himself. But I hope, pray that by next week he gets recharged, because the laughing that we're going to do at the food.
I didn't know Phil was going to be there.
Oh yeah, Phil's the MD. He's MDing and co-producing with us. Big shout out to him. He's been working really hard all week.
Yeah, you're gonna love. Let me tell you something. You're gonna love this music. It is really, really some very, very good music, from start to finish. There's no one song you say, "Oh, I can do without that." We can put that away. That it doesn't exist.
Absolutely. And Will, because you're doing "I Shall Wear a Crown," it's so befitting, because with Songs from the Sanctuary, you cannot do Songs from the Sanctuary and not have a congregational hymn.
Am I doing "I Shall Wear a Crown"?
That's what you there for.
Now all I've known it is I watch you therefore. I ain't never known it. I know they say it in the song, but I didn't know it was called I Shall Wear a Crown.
I just learned after all these years that's the actual title of the song.
Yes.
Do you know that the title of How Excellent is Perfect Praise?
Yes. I've always known that.
Yes. It's not called How Excellent.
I had no idea. This is how you know I'm black.
And country.
Because we don't know the names of the song.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so it's called I Shall Wear a Crown.
Yeah.
Marion Williams wrote it.
Look at me talking about something.
He said, I'm singing I Shall Wear a Crown.
Okay, I think this is a sanctuary song. How much money do I need to pay to get an invite to choir rehearsal with friends? I'm sick of this. You don't have to pay any money. You just come. At least you. Everybody else has to pay. Yeah, the church got
I'll
bills.
pay any money to see somebody come down and spend an hour with a crown on.
That's about to wear me out.
But you do know somebody has already done it.
No, it's been done many times.
Right. At a film.
Yeah, at funeral. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if we said perfect praise right now, we would all be confused. And very much confused. We wouldn't know.
Yo, let's sing Perfect Praise. What's that? He means perfect peace. No, perfect praise. Let's sing that.
That is ridiculously crazy.
So tell us about how important it is for, let's ask this. I know we all hear like, oh, bring the choir back. Oh, the choir's lost its place. Is that like a part of the reason why you started choir rehearsal with friends? Is that like the impetus of it?
Everything I've created, I've always created things that I wanted people to, that I enjoyed, that I wanted people to enjoy with me. Mm-hmm. So in all of my content, even though it's all relatable, these are the things that I enjoy. So I like doing certain church skits because it's a reminder of what Mount Zion used to be like when I was a kid. I think I grew up in, I'd like to believe that I grew up in one of the best churches ever created, ever founded, because you had some of everything and everybody. We are centered. Mount Zion is still to this day centered in the middle of the city. And it used to be amazing. You would ride by and you'd see the young adult choir, my mom and them out there with their blue robes on and the cream overlay, MZY, YAC. And they be marching it, and the vestibule won't, but so small. This is before churches got foyers. The vestibule won't be so small.
Right.
You know, that you had only a couple could stand in there. And then the rest of everybody else had to pour out and so I'd like to think I grew up in that. So what people see on stage is not a show that I created. It's literally my life lived on stage.
Right.
So I would talk about the choir all the time, and a lot of people would talk about bringing the choir back. So it was just an experience that I just wanted to have. I wanted to see choir again. I wanted to hear this music again. I wanted to feel what it felt like to go to Mount Zion and see the preacher stand up and say, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I remember being in the 5th grade creating programs and getting in trouble because I'm writing church programs and writing call to worship at the top and writing processional up under that. I used to get in trouble, but I loved the church. I loved the choir. And so I didn't just create it just so that we can bring the choir back. I created it because I wanted to hear choir music again. Authentic choir music without a vamp that don't make sense. Because good choir music ain't easy to play. It ain't easy to play. That's why a lot of people can't play it. That's why a lot of these musicians get very confused, because good choir music ain't easy to play. And that's what really made you a musician.
Yeah. Yep.
When you learn them twists and them turns, and and then even if you couldn't get the twist and turn, you made your own twist and turn, but everybody still knew it.
Yep.
The choir was the centerpiece of the church itself.
I think that you doing these choirs is so epic, because I've watched your online presence for years with your virtual choirs that you would be everybody. And that's when I was like, this is so good. So then when I saw you doing location choirs and hearing the content of what you guys were doing, and then when I actually made it into choir rehearsal, I figured Jesus was coming back any day.
Yeah, it's magical. It really is special.
Man, hearing thousands of people, sing in different states and hearing hundreds of people in one room, that don't know each other. The essence of the show, the With Friends, is not that they're my friends alone, but you get to come to this show and make friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we split them up in sections on purpose.
Yeah.
So that you can stand next to somebody you don't know, and you never know. You may be a business owner that's in need of this for your business, and you sitting there singing soprano right next to them.
Right.
The answer.
You didn't know that your help was right here, sitting right next to your answer. And that's why we created Choir Rehearsal with Friends. We got a lot of creatives, but they don't network with each other. Come to rehearsal. Because at rehearsal, we used to network. At rehearsal, you found a good babysitter. At rehearsal, so the connectivity is there. It's so many layers to this that a lot of people have tried to recreate the idea and did not know that there were so many layers right up under it.
Yeah,
that's so good, man.
And it's so many more just outside of that. But the main thing is, I just wanted people to enjoy singing in the choir again.
Yeah,
I really wanted to enjoy singing in the choir again, and it's amazing.
And it really is, because it's. I know we were laughing about the myriad of feelings that we're going to have on next Thursday at the Songs from Sanctuary recording, but I will say I went through that same myriad of feelings when I was at choir rehearsal with Friends. We partied, we laughed, we cried,
and then there was a presence.
And then the presence of the Lord showed up.
Yeah, man.
It was different. It was different in the best of ways, and I think and you're absolutely right. I remember showing up to choir rehearsal and I didn't play the drums yet, but I just went to choir rehearsal because I sat at the seat next to the drummer, and I learned about watching the drummer every week in hopes that something would happen that I got to play the drums.
I used to ask Tina every Sunday when Tina started shouting. I never forget it. Tina started shouting, she'd come off them drums, and they had to move the drums back, and Tammy up there playing the organ. They were sisters. Tammy playing the organ her best of her abilities, trying to just hold the shout music together. Won't no click tracks. Tammy just playing the little bass, and she doing what she can do. Tina get up and she'll dance. I went to Tina one Sunday. I said, Tina, if you shout this Sunday, I'm about 9 years old. I said, if you shout this Sunday, can I play the drums? I was ready. I knew I was ready to play. But I miss those days, bro.
Me too.
That's when church was authentic. That's when church felt good.
Mm-hmm.
That's when, even if there were things going on, it wasn't made like a public mockery.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad. They dealt with it in the church. They dealt with it how they dealt with it, and it wasn't bad, man. It felt so good to be in those rooms. And like you said, the presence of the Lord, I don't push him out. Because I don't believe in inviting God in a space that he created.
Yeah.
Forget what I call the media team and the LED people and the lighting people to come and do. He still created that space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what do I look like saying, hey, have your way here, but you got a time limit? Nope. If that's what you want to do, Pastor Hurd got off the stage. Send us, flip the room. I said, oh, this is early, but I don't really care. Do what you want to do, big dog. Got up there, flipped the room. Man, the presence was so thick.
Stephen, you took the mic at choir rehearsal with Friends?
Yeah.
I sang in Atlanta. That's where I went.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you just went to be a supporter.
He invited me to do Revelation 19.
Because we sang it every stop.
We sang it here. We did it in DC. We sure did.
DC was the first place we did it
at. I was there. Yep.
We sang it every stop.
Wow.
Every stop. I said, you know what? We got to invite Pastor Hurd. And he came, man, sung the people up, bro. The praise was insane before the dance started.
Yeah, it was a strong, just a crystal clear God moment. The cloud was just hovering.
You know what I think it is, though? I think it's the people come ready.
They come hungry. There's an anticipation.
They come ready, and that's what's missing now.
Yeah, yeah.
Nowadays, they're like, you got the praise team, you got the praise, and you got the worship leader. But the reason why we have a worship leader is because we have shifted responsibility.
Right.
Back then, the responsibility used to be on the sanctuary.
Yeah.
The audience was responsible for the atmosphere. And now you got one central person that's responsible for getting all these people involved in a worship experience that back then the people used to come.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
You didn't have to tell nobody to get up and dance. Folks to get up and they say, I thank God I'm saved, and the church would lose it.
That's it. That's it.
Now
People
you say, I thank God
like
I'm
that
saved, and
more.
you got to explain what saved is to people. It makes me upset. Me too. I want to leave too. It makes me upset. For real. Why do I have to explain to you what salvation is?
Well, because the church of today, the 21st century church, has changed so drastically. And even after the pandemic, it's probably gotten worse. Our focus, we don't fellowship together no more. When I was growing up, on the third Sunday in August, y'all were coming to our church. And on the fifth Sunday in July, we were coming to y'all's church every single year. But because pastors are trying to build their own kingdoms now, nobody does anything together because I got to make sure that what I'm doing is going to outdo yours. So I'm watching what you're doing, but I can't come see what you're doing because, I got to be the biggest and the baddest and the best.
Tag me, because I'm going to add to what you said.
Go.
When we used to go to y'all church and y'all used to come to us, our ushers, our choir, and everybody else were responsible for the service.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Our ushers was on y'all door.
Right.
We ran the service like it was our service. When y'all came to us, y'all ran the service like it was y'all's service. But guess what? We still got in the praise with y'all like it was one church.
Tag me. And then if the church was coming to your church, we took buses.
Buses!
We took coolers with chicken in bags and sodas on ice to come to your church because it was a family affair.
You were eating cold chicken on that bus.
Yes.
And deli
the guest church would cook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you walk in and you just smell that fried chicken as soon as you walk in.
Hello. You walk in and they already got your plates made.
That's it. That is it.
Good church, man. Good church. They don't do this. My pastor just got me about it. He beat me up a little bit because he was like, hey, you sound like you was fussing on your video. Okay. You sound a little angry. You need to clean it up a little bit. But my heart, he said, I heard your heart. And the truth of the matter is my heart is still with the Lord's church.
Yeah.
I believe that this church is the Lord's church. This is the church of the day. But I believe that was the Lord's church.
Oh, yeah.
There was a reverence for him.
Yeah.
There was a reverence. I don't like now. I see older people walk by, young men smoking cigarettes and stuff like that, and they still got their cigarette out or they still got their beer out. But back then, when the saints used to walk by,
listen, they put that beer away and they say, "Good afternoon. How you doing? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir."
Come on. There was reverence. There was reverence for the people, not because they were older. There was reverence because the presence of the Lord was literally visible and it was on their life. You could see it. You could feel it.
See, I think that's because that's all we had.
Yeah.
Now we got too much. We got too much. And God said, I'm a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the sons and the fathers of the third and fourth generation of them. I'm not going to share my glory with you.
Man.
I'm not going to compete with all your other gods. If that's your God, if your fraternity is your God and your sorority is your God, if Sunday brunch is your God, if all this other stuff is your God, they have it. I'm not going to compete with you because I still am the sovereign God of the universe. I still breathe and seasons change.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to compete with you. And we've gotten so inundated with all this other stuff. So we're not excited about God. So you stand and say, I'm saved. You're like, God healed me from cancer. Oh, good for you. I mean, it's not the same thing. Whereas before, somebody say, "Saints, the Lord healed me from cancer."
It's a tornado.
All of it.
Tornado in church.
All of it.
And the tempo was 170.
Oh, when you was the people just taking 2 steps and falling.
Right. And that's what we had. That's what we had church nurses.
Yeah,
Listen, hot
You
church.
pass out and they had smelling salts. Yeah, I got smelling salts no more.
I really
they
miss that.
kick
Man.
holes in the wall at our church. The shouting would get so good, we leave and there'd be a hole in the wall. I'm telling you, this. Stephen, you guys are absolutely right. There is something that the present day church doesn't have that the church of old used to carry, and
It's called the Holy Ghost.
It's fabric.
Facts and fabulous.
And it's sad because
They have the Holy Spirit now.
I'm gonna tell you why it's sad, because sometimes we get there go there go.
Because what is that?
It's honestly sad to me because sometimes we get glimpses of those days,
Man, yeah.
depending on where we go.
Yeah.
And where we end up, we'll get a glimpse of, like, I remember back in the day when we would come to church and Holy Ghost was so crazy that like Bishop didn't preach. We talked about those Sundays for weeks, and weeks and months, and we remember those days. And now it's most people can't remember what happened in December of 2024 because
You know what's crazy? You know why? Preachers have to preach now because we, the people, don't like to live it. Because if at any sense of or moment of disappointment where God doesn't answer us the way that we want him to, I saw somebody say this the other day and I felt for him. We now turn and say, I'm mad at God right now. Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Who are you? Because you mad at your on and off switch. How? You're breathing his breath, and out of the same breath, you said, I'm mad at him. Now, I get being upset with his decision, but I don't think that I could, with my heart, pridefully say, I'm mad at you. Mm. Why? Where is the reverence for him? Because God's no is still a yes.
Still a yes.
Whoa. Don't make me get my smelling salts.
I'm telling you, God's no is still a yes.
Yeah. Yep.
How? I understand God will make uncomfortable decisions to us that he's completely comfortable with. He is not caught off guard.
Because he knows
not caught off guard.
He's not they don't like me because I love the Lord for real. People love to lie, but I love the Lord. And I really love him. And I honor him in everything I do. I'll never go to bed and say, oh God, I don't like you. Mm-hmm. No. Even when I won't pray like I should, I still knew in my heart who I gave reverence to.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the person that you're talking about today is almost non-existent because this day that we're living in is extremely entitled and narcissistic.
Yes.
We know God as being a rabbit's foot and a sugar daddy and a Santa Claus. We don't know him to be provider. We don't know him to be the father of our, and most of us don't have a reference of a father because there was a generation where fathers were absent.
Right.
So we don't have a reference we don't know how to reverence the father because we're damning our father because he left us or he didn't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the moment God takes a leave of absence to us, oh, you just like my daddy. Right. You can't connect him to that because he's not a man. He does not lie.
No.
If God is silent, my granddad used to tell us, if the Lord ain't doing what you want him to do or what you think he should be doing, go back and live the last thing that the preacher told you to live, and maybe the Lord will give you something new. I used to be like, what? But now I understand it. If the pastor preaches the same thing over and over again, it's not that he ain't got no word. You just ain't living it.
You ain't got it yet.
So God is giving you mercy and grace he's reiterating it so that you can get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would hate to go to hell because I would not heed to a word. Because the worst part of hell ain't the furnace. The worst part of hell is the regret from never accepting him.
Now you
came in the volume of the book, huh?
I love the Lord. I'm telling you.
Is that what you got from the gym?
My my God. I mean, he already threw us a haymaker with God's no is still a yes. Then he's talking about the worst part of hell is the regret that you didn't accept Jesus. My Lord.
Songs from the Sanctuary. So we're going to be next week.
Now you just told us you hate interviewing, and now you stepping into the interviewer seat. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? My God. I know we do gotta go though, because y'all Will has this on the time frame. And we cannot go beyond time.
He's got to go to the gym. So we got to hurry up.
He's gotta go.
Yeah, he's working on his new attitude. He wants to feel good from his head to his shoes.
And he's still gone.
He's still gone. That's what's black. Brandon.
What are we going to do next week? Other than not be as productive as we need to be. My God. Well, everybody get ready. We haven't been sharing a lot of the song lists, but Will Johnson will be in town. He's going to be right in front of all of you all for the Songs from the Sanctuary live recording taking place at First Baptist Church of Glen Arden, 600 Watkins Park Drive, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. If you want to be a part of the choir that is singing from the pews at the live recording, get your words ready. Watch ye therefore, you know not the day, when the Lord shall call our souls away. I'll let you study the rest of the words as they don't come to me in this moment.
You really had a brain freeze?
No, your spirit just jumped upon me and came to eat up my flesh. But if ye labor, striving for the prize. There we go.
No, striving for the right.
Yes, right. Sorry, it's a prize. I want the prize too. Is it right? Really?
Striving for the right.
Don't ask me because I forgot.
Striving for the right. Ye shall wear a golden crown.
You shall wear a golden crown. I'm telling y'all. Now listen, because you all will be a part of the choir, we are going to tell you to not bring your tambourines and your cowbells and whistles. Phil Walker has taken care of all of that for this song, but bring your voice and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a quick choir rehearsal.
They can't bring tambourines?
No, sir.
Oh, no.
No, sir.
Because this generation really don't know how to play tambourines, but they don't know it.
No, sir. You can bring yours. You are allowed to bring yours.
Yeah.
But
and
the audience can't bring tambourines?
Not for a recording. No.
Oh, that tambourine will be on Darwin Hobbs' ballot as he's prophesying.
Right.
And I'm gonna be livid.
I'm gonna be livid.
All of a sudden,
I love you too,
ding. Turn that thing off. No, ma'am, no, sir.
Maybe just on songs. No, there really no tambourines in live recordings.
No.
Oh no.
Do you know Atlanta was a live recording?
The session that we did?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
We recorded it.
Are you going to release it?
We may.
It was good though. It was good.
But we had tambourines. So at the praise, you heard.
Yeah, but that's good though. But the generation that you are serving knows how to play them.
Yeah, this is very true.
Most people in the 21st century church don't know how to play tambourines.
They don't.
It also depends on how you grew up in your denomination.
It makes me really sad that this generation will not know victory.
I won't speak that. I curse that. It sounds like a Pentecostal judgment.
It is. They will not know victory because Miriam came in with victory on that tambourine.
Yes, she did.
Well, they don't know Miriam.
And that's why they won't know victory. You just proved my point.
They know Esther and Ruth. Miriam, yeah, we get a little far now.
They don't know Miriam.
Y'all, we absolutely want y'all to be a part. It's gonna be such a good time, y'all. Not only are we gonna be laughing like this, but we're gonna be in the presence of the Lord with Reverend Dr. Stephen Hurd. And Darwin Hobbs is gonna be there with us.
Yeah.
Aiken is going to be there with us.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a good time. You cannot do Songs from the Sanctuary and not have a good old hand clap, foot stomp moment. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be fantastic. Go to eventbrite.com to get your free general admission ticket, However, if you do want the VIP experience with preferred seating and grab bags and an opportunity to hang out with some of these fantastic people that are working and serving this recording, it is $55, but you can also get that on Eventbrite. All right. Also get that on Eventbrite. I'm excited, man. Oh Lord. Along with you all that's going to be singing, Mike McCoy and the Voices United are going to be singing Watch Ye Therefore with us. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how we're going to do this. It's going to be 3 choir directors on stage at one time singing this song. I'm going to be the 4th because some of my family remembers when I was directing the choir, and I'm stepping out there. We're going to have a choir director battle in the middle of that song.
That's fine.
Will, I want you to bring your good choir robe, okay?
You know what's crazy? I was literally getting ready to say I'll pack my choir robe.
Every choir director needs a choir robe.
Okay, now if I come out there with a choir robe on, y'all don't look at me crazy.
I don't want no excuses.
We're gonna talk about that offline.
The producer stood up. Did you see his whole face got
No, because I just don't trust what choir robe Will is gonna bring.
It's gonna be my burgundy one.
See, and it's gonna have tassels. It's gonna be special. See, I already know.
It's gonna be a good time.
Guys, I want you guys to participate next Thursday, January 23rd. It's my birthday recording. My birthday is January 25th, and I did it specifically for you to come and celebrate with me. I've not done a recording in 14 years, and I'm so excited because the Lord has given me heaven's backing and the go-ahead to do it now. I have some of the world's greatest producers. You'll hear from them for generations. Phil Walker and Brandon Macklin, and co-producing is Jimmy Johnson, and vocal arranging is Jimmy Johnson. It's going to be epic. It is going to be epic. God has blessed our efforts, and it's going to be amazing. I want you to be there. Go to Eventbrite today and get your ticket. Look up Songs from the Sanctuary or even Stephen Hurd, and it'll come up. The tickets are free for general seating, and then if you want premier seating, just go to get it. There is a cost for it, but you will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, I feel the presence of God. I haven't felt it as we were preparing. I was just kind of working through the process, but I feel Jesus as we were going through some of these songs. I could feel the presence of God. And who could not feel the presence of God with Darwin Hobbs, Crystal Aiken, Mike McCoy, and the Voices United? And now we are here with our incredible friend, Will Johnson. And it's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. Will, thank you for being with us today. I
appreciate you guys. Thank you for
doing what you don't like to do. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
No, and this was great. I could do this anytime.
Yeah. I love what you're doing too, man.
I do as well.
What is the Zelle? Heard the word at AOL.com. What is the what is the Zelle? Heard the word AOL.com.
Type that. We'll wait as you
thank
type
you, Marquita. She is such a gift.
Marquita, thank you. Hopefully we said that right. Did we say that right? Marquita?
Yeah, it's Marquita Collins.
Also, those that want to sew,
I was about to say as well.
Go ahead. I hear a number in the spirit. I don't know why, but I hear $1,500. Those that want to sew, go ahead and start. We're going to start our seed offering off with $1,500. Listen,
you really are Pentecostal.
Yeah, I am. We're going to start. This is our convocation offering. All right.
Right.
This is those that have assessments. You know your assessments, pastors. You know your assessments.
Wow, you are Pentecostal.
I'm church through and through.
He's going to be a pastor, Stephen. Will doesn't.
He's a pastor now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's in the place now where he's pastoring all those lives he afforded the chance to touch.
Jesus.
Greg, what's up, man? Thank you so much, man. This is excellent. I'm only serving Stephen. He's
You're partnering with me. You're partnering with me, sir.
He's a taskmaster, and it's my joy. It's an honor, really. And I know we say this almost every live, Stephen, but I believe in giving people their flowers. And all my life, you've been singing praise and worship. You've been singing the word, and you've been leading us into the presence of God. And it's It's really amazing, man. It really is amazing.
That's
I mean,
very true.
I mean, seriously, my whole life, you've been doing this, you know.
Wow.
From
I will dance, I will sing, and
crazy for my king.
nothing more is entering this passion in my soul, and I'll become even more undignified than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, we know these songs.
I come to clap my hands. I come to give him glory. I come to
Some noise.
I come to give it up.
Steven. And shout out to all the great producers that produced those albums, Stephen Ford and Justin Savage,
Kenny
Shelton.
Shelton.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I remember when you didn't have dreads, then you had dreads. Now you don't have.
And now I'm losing my hair.
I'm not going to say who said this, Phil Walker, but what was said was, we're just going to make sure that we have you on point, and all your dreads will be there on next Thursday.
Well, you know, I still have my dreads in a bag.
Yeah, that's we're going to put them in a hat, and we're going to old Rastafarian.
Come on, Rufus, it's going to be amazing, man.
Rufus, sure, bro.
Dreads Pastor Stephen Hurd said, "Cry out, O Zion," with a voice of triumph. Cry out, O Zion. He is Lord,
King of Kings, yes, Almighty God. I'm telling you, Stephen, I know these albums.
I'm sorry. Do it again. Let's do it again.
Right. Almighty God. Yeah. I'm telling you. Listen.
The best Let It Rise.
Let it. Come on.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
Come on, man.
Steven. No, seriously, Steven.
I'm encouraged, guys. I can say this, and I'm saying it honestly. God has been incredibly kind to me. He's blown my mind. If I died today, right now, he has blown my mind 1,500 times more than I could ever imagine. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because he's always given me the best of everything: best musicians, best singers. And I don't have to look for him. And the great part about all of it is I have relationships with him. So I respectfully am able to get great deals that they feel respected, and I'm still not having to sell my kidney. That most people can't say that. So I'm really, really grateful for the grace that God has given me with so many amazing gifts. Phil Walker. I was introduced to Phil Walker by his brother-in-law. He said, "You got to meet this guy. You got to meet this guy. This guy is amazing. You got to meet this guy. He can really play, and you should have him play for you." And I'm just like, oh my God, somebody else's brother, somebody else's cousin. Oh my God. And I went to his dad's church, and it was a service. And thank you, Marquita. I appreciate you. And I said to him, I said, "Play something." And when he started to play, I heard the sound of heaven. I said, "Oh my God, he's anointed." So I said, I say, let's do it. Let's do a date. And we did this thing for Coletta Vaughn in Detroit, Michigan. And we've traveled the world creating music ministry, Africa, the Caribbean, different states, South Korea. God has really, 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 really just given us a great bond, so that whenever we take a platform, heaven responds to that space. And I don't say that braggadocious. I say it really grateful, because there's some times when I'm thinking like, I was really, really not ready for this. And every single time God shows up. So I'm really grateful for the partnerships that God has graced me with. And I watched Brandon grow up in DC. And, I watched him go to school and sharpen his gift. I saw him come back and be this whole different skill master. And I watched his work. And I said, I'm supposed to work with him. And it was his last recording that he did with Tia. And I said, I'm supposed to work with. I watched him. And I asked him, would he do a project for me? And that was like 2-3 years ago. And he said, sure. And I was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And I knew I was supposed to do it because when I asked him prematurely because I had no money. I didn't really have a vision for the project. I just knew that he was supposed to work with me. And he said, yeah. So I'm grateful, man. My steps are ordered, and I'm really excited. So this is going to be really great. Thank you guys for hooking up with me.
Absolutely. I appreciate the invite. I appreciate even being connected to you. My mom and my sisters have not stopped talking about that night. And they said, listen, that Pastor Stephen Hurd got it.
Your mom shouted behind me, and I loved every bit of it. Your mom said, I'm going to clear some roads, Doc. I loved all of it. I said, come on here.
She called that praise. Yeah, I'll leave it alone after this. She came to one choir rehearsal with friends. She never knew that it's just show. And she wrote on a notebook, she said, a little piece of paper, she said, you need to just pray and let the Lord have his way. And I told her, I said, ma'am, this is a show. I know you, because she hadn't been introduced to the idea yet. So she just thought, oh, we just have a church. I said, no, if the Lord comes in, we allow him to have his way. But we have to also monitor the fact that this is still a show. Now, if it becomes 10, we can't touch it, then I don't touch it. I said, but this is still a show. We're not going to push this and make this church because the people still pay good money to come and see a show. Right. So now my mother loves good church and an authentic presence. And that's what they've been talking about. Wow. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much for having me on here, though. This was amazing. I would do this anytime.
We had a blast. I had a blast. Thank you all. All right, everybody. One last time. Next Thursday, January the 23rd, we are live recording Songs from the Sanctuary with Reverend Dr. Stephen LaFonso Hurd.
I'm not sure as to where that came from.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
perfect
as to where that came from. I want that back.
It's so perfect. And we're inviting you to be a part. Admission is completely free for general. But if you want the VIP experience, it's $55, 600 Watkins Park Drive, First Baptist Church of Glen Arden International. Shout out to Pastor John K. Jenkins, and as we call her, Pastor Lady Trina Jenkins, for opening up their doors to allow us to do this. Mike McCoy, Vince, Miss Linda, Miss Stacy, the whole team. Y'all have been fantastic, and we love y'all, man. All right, we'll see y'all soon. We'll see you soon.
Real soon.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon.